Hey everybody, and welcome to Dpad Experience presents Marvel Champions. Dpad Experience is a weekly video game podcast published on all podcast platforms. But today, we're looking at Mojo Mania, a new scenario pack. Also, my first video doing anything like this, so it'll probably be terrible. Let's see. So we're going to go over the pack that was revealed and see what's in it. I'm kind of just going to read through what we got here. Alright, so it says, blah 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 blah. Join us on the marvelous and magnificent Mojoverse, right? Let's see, it's a 78 card scenario pack, and I've heard this is sort of a mix between a full-blown expansion and a scenario pack, so it's somewhere in the middle. So it's 78 cards, right? We've got 3 brand new scenarios, each featuring a different member of the Mojoverse. So they can be played standalone or sequentially. As the first 3-part mini campaign. Cool. There are also 6 new modular sets that can be added to any scenario. And do we have what it takes to survive the most dangerous reality TV ever? Let's find out. Alright, so the first we have here is a battle for ratings. The first episode of this mini campaign pits players against the mighty Magog. Magog? Magog. Let's see what he's got. So, we can just look at here. I think it's a little better here anyway. So, he is the 99 defending champion. Let's zoom in a tiny bit. One scheme to attack. Force response after he attacks and damages a character. Place 1 ratings counter on the champion. That, I believe, is a side scheme. We'll see in a second. Force interrupt when he would be defeated. You are set his hit points to 0. You are set his hit points to 10 per player instead. And then you place 3 per player ratings counter on the challengers. And then deal each player 1 face down and counter card. So it looks like there's going to be a side scheme or an environment, I believe it is. An environment called the Champions and an environment called the Challengers. And the bad things happen when counters are placed on the champion, and good things happen when they're placed on the challengers. We are, in fact, the challengers. So let's see. He's going to keep getting back up over and over again because he's the 99-time defending champion, so why wouldn't he? Right? What is his champion card? Oh, here we go. This is his card. This is the environment. Booing crowd. If there are at least 5 ratings counters, if there are at least 5 per player ratings counters here, flip this environment without removing the ratings counter. So once 5 get here, this gets flipped. Alright? And then we are the challengers, so here's ours. If there's at least 5 ratings counters here, flip the environment. Alright? We wow the crowd by placing ratings counters here. So each of us have one. In order to win this melee in the Mojoseum, here we go. It is a 6 max per player. Sorry, this threats out in 6 per player. Starts with 1. The players cannot win this game unless they wow the crowd as the challengers. So it has nothing to do with this. Force interrupt when this scheme would be completed. Place 2 ratings counters on the champions and remove all threat from here. So similar to the enemy, when this threats out, this resets back to 0, and then he gets ratings counters on him. So, what else? My daughter was just screaming downstairs, sorry. You must win the crowd's favor and earn yourself, that's us, right? 10 ratings counters per player before he does, and we walk away victorious. Okay, so each of us, either him or us, have to get 10 ratings counter on each of our environment. Here is a side scheme. Where's the main scheme? Is this the main scheme? No, that's the side scheme. Alright, so here's a side scheme. We have Pump Up the Crowd. When revealed, if the champion is on the cheering side, which is once he's flipped, you place 1 additional threat over here. This gets 2 acceleration counters. It's not going to be an easy fight, they say. He will fight tooth and nail to defend the title. That's a treachery. When revealed in Alter Ego, place 2 ratings counters. When revealed in Hero, he attacks. If the hero defends against this attack and takes no damage, place 2 ratings counters on the challengers. Wow, I think this is one of the first cards that I've seen that um, penalizes us for taking no damage. Alright. If things get dicey, he might get help from a surprise contender. What is this? This is a minion. I think he also comes out with... no, he can't flip. Alright, so it doesn't matter. So he's got Villainous, 7 health, 1 scheme to attack. After he attacks and damages a character, place 1 ratings counter on the champion. When defeated, place 2 ratings counters on the challengers. Oh, that's good. That's a good thing. Okay. So we want to get him defeated quick. I'm just taking a look at what he's got, right? So we've seen him, we've seen this, we've seen the challengers, we've seen the main scheme. Oh, this is the main scheme. They went back to the challengers. We look to defend the title. What's a jolt of adrenaline? He gains retaliate. This is an attachment. And stalwart. Lovely. Force response. After his hit points are reset, place 1's ratings counters on the challengers and discard this card. Okay. What is it? What's the negative though? Oh, he's got retaliate and stalwart. Got it. Okay. All right. So there is Magog. Call him Magog. All right. Then I knew we'd be facing Spiral. It's Mojo after all, right? So we got Spiral, who is a 1 scheme no attack for first form, and then a 1 and 1. All right. So I know she has something to do with, we have to find her, as in we can't hurt her until we do a bunch of side scheming. So let's see. So in her first form, Spiral cannot take damage or be stunned. She can't take damage or she can't be stunned. I guess she can be confused. Threat cannot be removed from the main scheme. Alright, so we can't do a damn thing. Force interrupt. When Spiral would attack, she schemes instead. Okay, so threat cannot be removed from the main scheme. That main scheme better have a lot of threat on it then. So then we get her into her cornered mystic form. And if there are at least 3 teleporter counters here, we remove all of them and flip Spiral. Oh, I see. So it looks like she'll be flipping a lot. She'll be like disappearing. Got it. Okay. So force response after Spiral activates, place 1. Got it. Okay. So we're going to be looking for her in the encounter deck, right? And when we find her, she'll go into this cornered mystic form with 12 health. And every time she activates, she gets a teleporter counter. And when she has 3, she'll flip. So we need to beat her quick once we get her cornered. So once you escape the Mojoseum, you'll have to contend with Spiral. The mystical teleporter could help you escape Mojo's clutches, but you'll need to catch her first. While you're on her escape side, you'll have to chase her across the Mojoverse. So here it is. Okay, good. It does have a lot. 15 threat on it. Force interrupt. When a show environment would be discarded, place it on the bottom of the show deck instead. That's what I'm still trying to figure out. There's something, I think the shows are different modular encounters, but I need to find out a little bit more about that. This goes up by 1 and 1. Alright, so I know we have to find, here we go. The search for Spiral will take you across all of Mojo's sinister shows. Here it is. Let's see. Force response. After the last threat is removed from here, the player who removed that threat reveals the top card of the show deck and places 3 threat here. So, why is that good? Oh, right. Got it. Force response. After the last threat, I told you I have dyslexia. I have to read things twice. After the last threat is removed from here, gone, the player who removed the threat reveals the top card of the show deck and places 3 threat here. So you remove 3 threat, you reveal the top card of the show deck, and then this, I play true solo, so this will get 1. Hero action, take 2 damage, remove 3 threat from here. So, oh, this is permanent, so this stays, got it. This is going to help us go through that encounter deck, because there is a card in here, is this it? This is the card we're looking for. Okay? This is the card we're looking for. Cornered. When revealed, flip her to her cornered side. This will cause her, when revealed, text to resolve. You reveal the top card of the show deck. You shuffle this card into the show deck, and this cannot be canceled. So we need to keep we need to search through the encounter deck for this card. Once we get this card, we can then flip her and start doing damage to her. Pretty cool fight. Really, it really shows how she can teleport and hide, and she's hiding in the encounter deck, which I've never seen anything like that before. All right, and here we have the many shows of Mojo. Here's Mojo, the main villain of this scenario pack. 2 scheme, 1 attack. Force response, hero. After your turn ends, you discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck and place 1 threat on your hero for each card discarded this way that does not belong to the Mojo encounter set. Okay, so after our turn, we discard 3 cards of the encounter deck and you place 1 threat on your hero for each card discarded this way that does not belong to him. So the show encounter decks, any of those, then we get. See, these are the show things. Crime and fantasies. You got different types of shows. So it says, once you've caught Spiral and convinced her to aid you, it's time to face Mojo and kick off the main event, Mojo Mania. Is this the... Here we go. 25 threat, Mojo Mania is the main scheme. When revealed, you choose 1 set aside encounter set at random. You reveal its show environment and shuffle its remaining cards into the encounter deck. Alright, so it seems like each encounter set has a show environment. So we'll set those aside, right? Very similar to the hood. And then when this is revealed, you find the show environment and then shuffle the remaining cards in the encounter deck. Got it. Okay. Force interrupt. When a character flips or leaves play, move all threat from that character to this scheme. Oh, so that's what it was saying before. So we can get threat on us, and then whenever we flip, the threat that's on us goes to that scheme. So we're penalized for flipping. Okay. At least it's got a lot of threat on it before we lose. So we need to see if we can beat him before the runner. Once the wheel stops, there's a wheel. This is an environment. I guess this is probably going to... Let me see something. Where is the Mojo Mania? Did it say... When do we get that wheel? I wonder if it's on the other side of this, the setup. Can we see the setup? So we can't see the setup. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, we can't see it at all. All right, I'm pretty sure that his setup is going to say put the wheel environment into play. It has to, right? It has to, I think. So this is an environment. Force response after the encounter deck resets. If there are no set-aside modular encounter sets remaining, the player loses the game. Otherwise, flip this card. This is probably going to be put out early in the game. Alright? So, if there are no set-aside... Alright, so it looks like he keeps getting... It looks like he keeps getting encounter sets? Interesting. Choose 1 set-aside encounter set and reveal its show environment and shuffle the remaining into the encounter deck. So we're probably going to... I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Once the wheel stops, another show is added to the playlist, but... Oh, I see. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it looks like we are going to keep them aside, and then when this happens, right... Deal encounter cards, randomly choose 1 set-aside modular and reveal its show environment. Yeah, okay. Got it. So they're going to be a certain amount of you don't shuffle them all in at the beginning. You keep them set aside. And then when you spin the wheel, you'll reveal a show environment, then shuffle the rest of the modular set into the encounter deck and deal the first player 2 face down encounter cards and then flip this card. Got it. I wonder if, like, his expert mode, because notice, I'm noticing that we don't see, like, number 2 or number 3. We see 2 for Spiral, right? We see an A for Magog. I'm wondering if his expert mode or hard mode will be less show environments, so you have to finish it quicker. But it looks like here are some of the environments that we have to deal with. Dial M for Mojo, it's a crime environment. Each other encounter card gains insight +1. Let's see, each friendly character gains +1 thwart. When revealed, discard each other's. When revealed, discard each other setting environment in play. If this card is revealed from the encounter deck, it gains Surge. The Game of Mojos is a different one. Fantasy. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Each player gets +1 hand size. When revealed, discard each other setting. Okay, so we do get some bonuses in here, right, for us to help us try to win. At least that's good. Both Spiral and Mojo scenarios utilize the show modular encounter sets included in this scenario pack. In these 6 encounter sets, you'll find yourself thrown across several genres of television, from crazy crime drama to high fantasy and hair-raising horror to silly sitcom. That's pretty funny. I hope he has like a Seinfeld thing. Each show has a different theme to its mechanics. For example, the crime show focuses on side schemes, with schemes like crime scene investigation. It's pretty funny. Let's see. Hinder +1. Threat cannot be removed from other schemes. Hero action plus spend X mental resources. Remove X threat from the scheme. And Law and Order. Hinder +1 per player. When revealed, place 1 per player threat here. Each friendly character gains -2 attack. Hero action, spend X, Y. Why are they going to be doing this now? That's unfreaking believable. Sorry, that's when they decided they wanted to be mowing the lawn. Alright, so what did Law and Order do? Hinder +1 per player, +1 threat here per player. Each friendly character gains -2 attack. Boo. Hero action, spend X energy resources, remove X threat from the scheme. So a lot of side schemes there. Alright. What else? Fantasy show has mechanics that represent quests, whether it's fetch quest. Love me a fetch quest. When defeated, in player orders, each player may search their deck for a card and play that card for free. Love that. Love that. That means I'm throwing a really expensive card in this deck. Let's see. Or to find something useful in your deck, or a quest to defeat a monster such as Troll. 0 scheme, 2 attack, 7 health, toughness. This minion takes 1 additional damage from each card with a printed mental resource. Cool. The player who defeated this minion may put 1 ally from their discard pile into play. This is really cool. It's, you know, we get bonuses for beating side schemes. We get bonuses for beating minions. I love that. I love when they add things that actually benefit, like give us a reason to do these things, such as beating side schemes and defeating minions. Let's see. Oh, there's a terrifying dragon. Oh, 10 health per player. 1 scheme, 3 attack. Retaliate? He's got retaliate and toughness? You're giving toughness to something with 10 health? Double the amount of damage this minion takes from the cards with a printed energy resource. Okay. That's cool. When defeated, each player draws 4 cards. See, that's cool. You make him really hard, but you get something for doing that. Alright, this one I like a lot too. Long Shot. So, in addition to the 6 modular encounter sets representing Mojo's television shows, Mojo Mania also includes a special single card encounter set. So Long Shot is an ally and an encounter card. He doesn't count towards the number of sets that make up that scenario. So he's an encounter card that helps us. He enters play as an ally under a player's control and will continue to swoop in periodically throughout the game, and he can slightly lower the difficulty of the game. I love this. I love this. I think this is genius. They are putting allies into the encounter deck to be able to just like pop in and help us. Oh, that's amazing. He's two thwart, 2 attack, got 3 health. He's got piercing. He doesn't count against our ally limit. When he's revealed, put him into play under your control, and he gains Surge and can't be canceled. So I'm wondering what happens if you draw him as a boost card, right? Does he still get played? Because that would break my heart if not. So that's really cool. I hope they add other allies like that, you know, into the encounter deck. Nightcrawler would have been great to add that, right? Because he would just bamf right into the villain encounter deck. It says Mojo is a formidable foe, and the struggles of you and your fellow heroes are giving him sky-high ratings he desperately craves. Can you escape your televised fate, or will you be forced to perform the faceless masses forever? Find out when Mojo Mania Scenario Pack releases this fall. This is really cool. I'm hyped for this. I'm really hyped for this. This is really fun. This is a really, really different type of scenario pack. I think this is going to be great to play. I'm looking forward to getting some X-Men heroes, and playing this, especially Longshot. That seems really cool. All of these look fun. I think my favorite one is probably the Spiral one. Just having to go through that encounter deck and try to find her. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for Mojo? Do you think we should have had someone else? Do you hate the lawnmowers like I do?